Are we on? Right. The mic on. Hope everyone is doing well. My alarm just went off. 9:23 a.m. my time. Vietnamese, Ho Chi Minh. I'm just hitting Asia right now, so quick update. So I'm just putting some flow into these Loom videos. Got some good feedback yesterday. Funny webinar yesterday, pretty cool. Alright, so more or less, strategically, I knocked this down yesterday in a very, very particular manner. So there's various areas on GA. Okay. What was that? Was that the week? Oh, there's so many things going on. Alright, so small term, we had major volume push, okay, which landed us just more or less past 9-1. GA is the master at round numbers. Came through, respected, so I put the fib from A to B just on one day, and as you can see here, when we jumped down in small time frames in the second, we negotiated at the Fibonacci level, well, in between 61 and 75, negotiated again at 61. Also at the same time, we have a volume spike. Okay, so the volume push through, so what we can do is we can measure A to B. Okay, I can put that a little bit better there. And at the same time, the 50% of that volume was also tested. Boom, the house came back up, tested, boom, the house came back up, but then we push through. So what I'm looking at right now is there's various areas. We had the volume test. What time frame was that? Was that the week? Yeah, so we had this is the weekly box here, so 1 to 2 over. And then what we've seen was volume come through to 50, reject, 50, reject, bottom end, reject. So this was an initial high-ish. So we had the initial volume area. That was phase, let's just say, -1. Then we had 0, then we had 1, then we had 2, okay, then we had 3. So at the moment, as you can see, weekly, we smash through all of these levels, areas. Weekly, as you can see, we even projected because we had those 2 days. The 2 days before prior have, in fact, negotiated at the 50% area right there, 1.9029. So what we're looking at right now is the market needs to take out swing high, potentially respect 1.9279. I went through this yesterday live. So what we're looking at is 163 pip move to the upside, in short. Okay, fib area target number 1. Okay, so that's current market price. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boundaries that we can go into. We're going to hit 1.92, so another 66 pips from current PA. That's that. So let's just go into here. So you know, keeping these areas quite clean as the manifesto grows. I picked out, put VWAP on there as well. So we got the VWAP. Sorry guys, I'm about to go to the gym. Hit the VWAP. Bang bang bang. Came out. Consolidation at the moment. So we actually cleaned out yesterday's volume at 1300 hours, which was just a pre-MY. Came in, okay, we can see this on the alternative chart. So yeah, also have MY over here. Okay, so MY, okay, so see pre-MY. MY comes in, pushes us down. London, in between London and MY again, this is the spike at the bottom. What did we do? We actually came back into London area, so box that off, and we hit the 50 again, 50% of the volume that was traced. Came through, bust through MY, and then this is our boundary around here. 9-1s, 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 and then pushed. I'll be very disappointed, so to speak, if this starts to move to the downside. Everything is suggesting right now, I would say 75%. Okay, and I'm just putting this together because GA, I'm only 10% on GA, I'm 90% on gold. Get to gold in a second because we did well on gold. So what I'm doing, stops below here, okay, safe boundary, a 1 to 2.4 RR, and then one of our areas, obviously 138 pips to the upside. So I want to see this narrow out, boom, go, you know, continuous movement. If we look at gold on the other hand, okay, so that's that. It looks a little bit messy. I just went hard yesterday. Gold's still a little bit all over the place. Now, what I can see on gold right now, we're still within the spicy boundary on the daily. Okay, and I did say yesterday to the guys that we can start to see some consolidation. What is funny though is that we marked out yesterday. We came into this was our target right here, okay, and then we came back out overnight. I put a long on yesterday and I covered it before I went to bed, and this is all on Discord. You can see that shit. Then we rolled back to the downside, and I can see now what we've done. Megalithic. Okay, we've come out of the VWAP, but also at the same time, 33 minute, we're looking at pushing to the down. So I keep this very, very simple. My statute, so to speak, is going to be 2041, 2042. And this is an RR 1 to 2.43. I've kept the stock relatively wide, 40 pips on this, because it can, you know, curve a little bit potentially, because you've got London, so you've got New York mid-region now at 2054, 2054. So I put the stop above that just in case it starts to rebound, tap that, and then bang. At the moment, I put this out 10 minutes ago. This is what I'm looking at. Smack bang. Beauty. Got another screen here which I can't show, but yeah. So I feel that we're going to get a nice 100 pips off that. So yesterday's trade was 80. It was, I think, 80, 89. I'll have to double check on the thingy, but yeah, from 2050 to 2042. So that's that. And GA long. So hopefully we get bound by 150, that 38 pips, and it can go a lot higher than that as well. Remember what I just said. So looking at gold right now on this daily time frame, I feel that we can, as soon as the statue comes down here, if we break down here, then it's going to go a lot lower. But one step at a time, my friends, one step at a time. So that's that. Catch back up soon. All right, peace out.